You treat your body like clay. You think you can just mold it with a little bit of effort. You think you can shape it with gentle hands. You go to the gym, you do a few comfortable sets, and you wait for the sculpture to appear. But nothing happens. The clay does not change. It just dries out and cracks. You are failing because your model of matter is wrong. Your potential is not clay. It is carbon. It is raw, stubborn coal. And coal does not change because you ask it to. Coal does not transform because you are motivated. Coal only transforms into diamond under one specific set of conditions. It requires violence. It requires physics. It requires the laws of geology. If you are not applying forces that rival the center of the earth, you are just playing in the dirt. This ends today. We are leaving the art studio. We are descending into the crust of the earth. We are adopting the geologist's blueprint. The geologist knows that the most valuable materials on earth, diamonds, granite, marble, are not built. They are metamorphosed. They are forged through a process called metamorphism. This is the alteration of the composition of a rock by heat, pressure, or other natural agency. You want a physique that is hard like diamond. You want a will that is solid like granite? Then you must subject yourself to the metamorphic process. This is a 3-variable training blueprint that mimics the laws of the earth. First, the law of heat, metabolic stress. Second, the law of pressure, mechanical tension. Third, the law of geological time, consistency. There are no shortcuts in geology. There is only the law. The amateur looks for a hack. The geologist looks for the fault line, and he applies the force until the mountain moves. Stop trying to mold clay. It is time to forge diamond. The first immutable law of metamorphism is heat. You cannot reshape cold rock. If you hit a cold stone with a hammer, it does not change shape. It shatters. It is brittle. To change the internal structure of the material, you must raise the temperature. You must bring it to the point of plasticity. In the geologist's blueprint, this heat is metabolic stress. The amateur goes to the gym and stays cool. He rests for 5 minutes between sets. He checks his phone. He creates zero thermal energy. He is hammering on cold rock. He wonders why he gets injured. He wonders why he never changes. The geologist seeks the magma state. Light the fire. You must shorten the rest periods. You must increase the volume. You must chase the burn not because it feels good, but because it is the thermal indicator that the material is ready to be worked. When your muscles are burning, when the lactate is flooding the tissue, that is not pain. That is the furnace reaching operating temperature. The pump is not vanity. It is the pressurization of the system with blood, increasing the heat, forcing nutrients into the rock, preparing it for the change. If you leave the gym dry, if you leave the gym cold, you have failed the first law. You did not generate enough energy to trigger the metamorphosis. Melt the weakness. This requires a mental shift. The amateur avoids the heat. He seeks the air conditioning. The geologist climbs into the volcano. He knows that the impurity of his weakness can only be burned away at extreme temperatures. He stays in the set until the heat is unbearable, because he knows that is the moment the coal begins to turn. This translates to your life. Why do you avoid stress? Why do you run from the heat of a difficult project or a crisis? That heat is the catalyst. A man who has never been in the fire is brittle. He breaks under life's hammer. A man who lives in the heat becomes malleable, adaptable, and eventually unbreakable. Embrace the furnace. You must audit your training. Are you generating heat? Or are you just moving objects? Are you keeping the tension high? Are you forcing the chemical reaction? Or are you letting the rock cool down between every effort? The geologist does not let the rock cool until the transformation is complete. He keeps the pressure constant. He keeps the fire roaring. This is the high-density training. This is where you earn the right to be hard. You have ignited the furnace. The rock is glowing. You are ready to reshape the material. If you accept the heat and commit to the metamorphosis, seal the pact. Hit the like button. It is your signal that the temperature is rising, the rock is hot, it is pliable. But heat alone does not create a diamond. Heat without pressure just creates hot dust. To turn carbon into crystal, you need the second law, crushing pressure. This is the force of the tectonic plates grinding against each other. This is the weight of the entire world bearing down on one single point. In the gym, this is mechanical tension. This is heavy load. The amateur fears the heavy weight. He fears the pressure. He stays with the light dumbbells. He stays with the machines that make him feel safe. He is avoiding the very thing that compacts the coal. The geologist seeks the overburden. Seek the weight. You must put a load on your back that makes your skeleton shake. You must pick up a weight that threatens your safety. Why? Because the bone needs a signal to calcify. The tendon needs a signal to stiffen. The muscle fiber needs a signal to thicken. That signal is, the environment is crushing us. We must become harder. This is not about ego lifting. Ego lifting is fake pressure. It is leverage and momentum. Geological pressure is controlled, slow, and absolute. It is the slow grind of a heavy squat. It is the slow descent of a heavy deadlift. It is the feeling that gravity is trying to flatten you, and you are the mountain pushing back. Be the mountain. When you are under that bar, that is the tectonic shift. You are compressing your molecular structure. You are forcing the atoms of your being to align into a denser, stronger lattice. This is why strength looks different than pump. A bodybuilder looks like a cloud. A powerlifter looks like a rock. Because the powerlifter has subjected himself to pressure. You need both. Heat for the size and pressure for the density. If you ignore the heavy work, you are just puffy. You have no density. You are sandstone, not granite. Sandstone crumbles, granite endures. Become granite. This is the transfer principle. In business, in family, in life. Pressure is a privilege. The weight of responsibility, that is the load. The amateur runs from responsibility. He wants a stress-free life. The geologist loads the bar. He takes the promotion. He has the kids. He leads the team. He wants the pressure, because he knows that carrying the weight of the world is the only way to become a world-class man. If you feel crushed, good. That means the process is working. That means you are deep underground, where the diamonds are made. Do not drop the weight. Push back against the earth. Push back. You have applied the heat. You have applied the pressure. You have done it for 1 week and you look in the mirror and you see nothing. The amateur quits here. He says, the system is broken. He lives in human time. He wants Amazon Prime delivery on his physique. He wants the diamond now. The geologist laughs. The geologist operates on geological time. He knows that a mountain does not rise in a day. He knows that a diamond takes eons to form. The third law is the hardest of all, the law of time and erosion. Respect the eons. Consistency is not just about showing up. Consistency is erosion control. In geology, there are two forces: uplift, growth, and erosion, decay. Every day you train, you create uplift. You push the mountain up 1 millimeter. Every day you miss. Erosion wears the mountain down 2 millimeters. Nature hates energy. Nature wants to flatten everything. If you stop pushing, you don't just stay the same. You erode. You shrink. You weaken. The geologist knows that the battle against erosion is eternal. There is no finish line. You don't build the mountain and then walk away. If you walk away, the wind and the rain, age and entropy, will turn your mountain back into dust. Defeat the entropy. You must adopt the timeline of the earth. Stop looking at 12-week transformations. Look at the 10-year horizon. The man who trains for 10 years without stopping possesses a density, a quality of muscle, a hardness of mind that the 12-week warrior can never fake. He has the geological look. He looks like he was carved out of the bedrock. This requires patience that borders on insanity. It requires you to apply heat and pressure, day after day, year after year, even when you see no visible change. Because the change is happening deep underground. The crystal is forming. And one day the pressure will be so great that the diamond will break the surface. Wait for the diamond. This is the ultimate discipline. To work in the dark, to trust the physics, to know that A plus B plus time always equals C. If you are impatient, you are not a geologist, you are a tourist. Tourists take photos. Geologists move earth. Commit to the long game, commit to the decade. The time will pass anyway. You can either become a diamond, or you can remain dust. The choice is yours. Choose the diamond. This is the geologist's blueprint. This is the physics of the earth applied to the biology of the man. You stop trying to mold yourself like soft clay. You start forging yourself like hard rock. 1. The law of heat. Generate metabolic fire to make the material pliable. Change the state. 2. The law of pressure. Apply crushing mechanical loads to compact the structure and build density. 3. The law of time. Defeat erosion with relentless consistency. Play the long game. Heat, pressure, time. This is the only formula that creates value. Everything else is just dirt. If you are ready to enter the crust, if you are ready to withstand the pressure, subscribe to this channel. This is the quarry. And for your final geological survey, mark your ground. Comment below with, "Pressure creates diamonds." It is your declaration. The process has begun. The carbon is compressing. Now, shut this off. Go find the weight. Become the rock.